Hello. I have arrived again very late because my tracking software randomly decided to just not work. And it's probably Windows' fault because it always is. I had to restart my PC after it's not trying to find a solution. And after I restarted, just magically started working again, of course. Anyway, I'm here. Hello, Chad. How are you guys doing? Let me say hello. Hello, Zaren. Hello, Hilaria. Hello, Hisu. Hello, Kinger. Hello, Flashy. Hello, Lifeblood. Hello, Nom Nom. And hello, everyone else who may or may not be lurking. Also, I just realized I can't really scroll up much. I should probably change that on my chat feed. And also, apparently Stream Elements is having an aneurysm right now because my activity feed is a white blank image. And I can't do anything. I can't even refresh it. Lovely! Today I feel noisy. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Today is not my day already. I would love to just keep taking another nap, just go to bed and sleep. I didn't get anything done today either. I don't know. Not the best start into the stream, I must say. So what do I do now? I can't see the activity feed. And I don't want to restart the stream. What do I do? Sleeping stream? I guess I could do that. But no. Good night, I guess. Nah, it's fine. It just randomly turned white. I don't know why. Mysterious. Usually I can right click it and then just, refresh it. But now I can't do anything. I wonder if everything else is working. I guess I can see chat and I can also hear the redeems. Want to see you rising Linux? I don't know if I'm gonna do much rising, to be honest, even if I switched over. Also, hello, Jebri. Why can't I see it? Oh yeah, no, I can't see it. Hello, welcome. I don't know why I thought I can't. Cashew ice is probably fine for you. Yeah, probably. If I switch over, I'm probably gonna do cashew. Also, is cake working? Yes. Do I just close the activity feed and reopen it or something? Nope. It's literally just gone. I probably can't even refresh it. I can't even relog because if I log out, the stream ends. I think. Because I am using Stream Elements for the multi-streaming, so I don't even know what happens if I were to relog. I hate that. I just have a white square as my activity feed. Sage. KDE Plasma. Probably. Do I really have to like restart OBS or something? Like what do I do? Or do I just stream without the activity key? I guess I could do that too. I could put the like I guess I will still notice if something happens. I think it should still go through as alerts. I hope at least. I guess I could see it on the actual stream elements homepage instead of in OBS. A little tired, powerful. I'm not really tired, but just a little bit annoyed. Just a little bit annoyed. Why is everything breaking down? Exhausted? Nah. I already took a nap though. Just a long day. It's not even been a long day. It basically just started. I didn't do anything before the stream. Which I guess is part of why I'm annoyed. Because usually I'm quite productive in the morning. Long day. Needs more nap. Needs some carbs and another nap. I guess I didn't eat that much. Well, I did eat plenty. Eat some fish, there's plenty. Minute fish behind me. I would love some fish. I love fish. I love seafood. Go eat, girl. No. I'm gonna like eat dinner after the game dev section, or whatever this may turn into. It might just be a just chatting stream and troubleshooting instead of game dev. Eat the mod. I could eat the mod. We only have one though. I guess you would need to find a replacement first before I eat Flushy. Cashew ice is probably fine for you. Like, I keep thinking about switching. Like, there's so many. Like, I would love to. Like, I don't mind fiddling around with the terminal and finding workarounds for a lot of stuff that could go wrong. But there's so many things that might not work at all or cause issues, and well, I don't know, man. I would probably lose so much time trying to fix things that break from switching. And my biggest worry is still live 3D cubism. Like, I know there's workarounds to stream with VTube Studio and VBridger. But if live 2D cubism, like for actually making live 2D models, is causing issues or has like performance issues and stuff, there would be a big problem. And Clip Studio Paint is already running really slow on high resolutions for me. So if that is gonna run even slower because of whatever Proton or Wine or anything, that would be a big problem too. And then if we ever want to play some multiplayer like Valorant or Apex Legends or stuff like that, I couldn't do that on Linux either. Well, Apex Legends, I don't know, but Valorant, for example, has the kernel anti-cheat, so that one you can't play on Linux at all, for example. But I guess it is a minor subset of games that would be affected. But it's just, there's a bunch of things that are still holding me back. Press E to eat, classic. I think I time traveled. I said it again by mistake. I just sent what again? What did you send? Why Proton usually doesn't cause much performance issues? I'm trying some auto. The Kanshi message? Really? I really should increase the... I thought I did have a way bigger window on how many messages are displayed. But I can't scroll up much. You don't have to give up on Windows immediately. I want to though. I've already given up on Windows a long time ago. Psychologically. You can just have a dual boot and try it to see for all your apps. But dual boot is annoying too. Like, if I have to dual boot anyway for some apps, then I'm not gonna switch. It's kind of pointless then. Try Linux in a VM. Yeah, I'm sure that won't cause any issues. Forget playing shit games. Wait, what? Oh, you mean Valorant? Oh, you mean shit games that I have kernel level anti-cheat? I guess so. Or games that don't work on Linux in general. Happened to me that because of uni I keep myself returning to Windows, which sucks. Yeah. Do a first installation on the VM to try your stuff. I mean, dual booting is not that hard. Like, might as well run it as a dual boot if I just want to try it out. It's the opposite here. Wait, what? You're returning to Linux for uni? Which sucks? Is that what you're saying? Would you rather be on Windows? So. God. Definitely not. What do you mean by the opposite then? Is uni forcing everyone to use Linux? Cinema, yeah, but it's not God. It's very similar though. Could be either. Could be either. Just that my uni is pro Linux. I see. That's a good thing. I don't remember. Actually, I do. I think in uni, I was using Ubuntu for the first time in uni, if I remember correctly. I think I had Ubuntu on my laptop. I didn't have any Linux on my laptop, I think, when I was studying. Which made sense because I was studying like bioinformatics, so it's a mix of biology and software engineering, and there's a lot of like algorithmic stuff. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like it makes more sense on a Linux system. Because I feel like Windows is not really a science-focused operating system or like environment or whatever you want to call it. Ubuntu is the one Linux distro you shouldn't use. It's the only one I used ever. On my last job too, I was only using Ubuntu. But I'm curious, why? Why do you think that? I would probably agree if I used any other. I'm too dumb for this chat. I'm asleep for now. Catch you guys after my couch in the nap. Well, thanks for stopping by. Have a good meal and a good nap. Because of Snap? Snap? What? Isn't Snap the weird application store on Ubuntu? Haven't really used that, to be honest. Certainly depends on your needs, but I wouldn't go with Ubuntu. Yeah, I use the package manager mainly to manage everything. I only use Snap for programs that didn't work natively, I guess. Through the package manager. Like Microsoft Teams. Suffering. More suffering. You can also make your life hell with NixOS. I use Arch, by the way, on zip. We all do. I guess you do. I guess most people in chat actually use Arch. Some kind of Arch distribution. My uni recommends Fedora. I heard good things about Fedora. Or Gentoo. So Gentoo and NixOS are bad? Is that what you're saying? Pesard? I think Pesard is the one that is like recommended for people that don't want to use a Linux distribution. Right? People that just want to like game as if it was Windows, but not using Windows. You have to compile everything yourself in Gentoo. It takes a lot of time, really. You're just compiling from source. Gentoo and NixOS are just different. They're not bad, just require a lot of compiling. Gentoo is not bad, it's based. Is it like another level of Arch? Like a different layer of elitism? Too complex packaging model? You get to compile everything, the joy of having to compile glitc. NixOS is declarative and you have to learn Nix lang and Nix pkgs. Nix packages. Mix lang. Hello alien. Lulu, I see that Kick is barely working today. Unlike my activity feed, which is still just a blank thing. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, the worst thing about not seeing my activity feed is because it has like a timer that lets me see when ads run or when ads are close to running. And how many people are watching, I guess, which is not really that important. So maybe it's a good thing. Maybe I should just ignore it. But I can't see. Like, if someone was to subscribe, I wouldn't even know. Well, I would not. I would probably have an alert on screen and the people. But I wouldn't know who. I would have to check all 3 streams to see where it was. Or if anyone follows or anything. Or if someone redeems blue Kohari. I guess I see it in chat too. Just to be sure, you know that Arch, Fedora, Debian, etc. have different package managers, right? I guess I do. I guess I do know that, but I don't know which ones. Looks like many things are breaking around lately with the streaming tools. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's probably just SE Live. Just stream elements, probably. Because even the other issue that we talked about yesterday, that CD had, she just switched over to SE Live, and now she can't stream on Kick. Isn't it a helper? Wait, what is? AUR helper? Wait, what is? No Kick stream today from CD as well. Yeah, I saw. I was checking up on her stream earlier. Because I was curious if she still has the issue. Because clearly it's working for me, so I'm a little bit surprised. She did have... she has a little bit of a different setup, I think. But not too different. She can stream on Twitch in 1440p. Rude. Why can't I do that? Why can't I do that? But then again, somehow the 1080p option doesn't exist on her stream. So I don't know. Like, if I got 1440p, would 1080p just vanish? I don't want that. People should still be able to watch in 1080p as well. So be careful what you wish for, I guess. It's like, Twitch is like a genie. Or djinn or whatever. Always fulfilling wishes in the worst way. You can have 1440p, but I guess all other options are gone. So people that don't have high-res monitors can't watch, I guess. Surely that's what you wanted. Debian Ubuntu is apt. Fedora is DNF. And Arch is PEG. DNF. Doesn't DNF stand for forfeiting or something? When you like throw some kind of competition. Pac-Man makes the most sense though. It is a package manager. And it's a cute name. So I guess I'm going with Arch of that. Nah, I'm just going with the best one, which probably is caching. Maybe by the time I switch to Linux, there's actually an even better distribution. Who knows? Isn't 1440p the pop-up thingy? Maybe. I think it might be. So I think what it is, Twitch only has this advanced broadcasting feature thing that decides what the best bitrate and resolution is to stream. And I think 1440p is in beta still, so there's only like random people that get it. But it might be that partners are actually getting access by default, and then everyone else is just randomly selected or something. But I'm not even sure if the people that stream in 1440p are using the enhanced broadcasting thing or not. I thought it was the only option to get 1440p. But I don't know. Never even noticed there was this 1440p without 1080. Mine is set to 720, but I never watched full screen. Really? Do you have like a tiled window manager where you put the stream? Or do you always just watch in theater mode? I guess if you have a 1080p monitor and you watch with chat open, you wouldn't get 1080p anyway. So it does make sense. Yeah, there's only, like, I don't think there's much demand for viewers watching in higher resolutions. Since most people are watching on their second monitor probably. But for YouTube, it is probably way better. I don't know, man. Yeah, 1080p, generally speaking, is good enough. It is true. CashOS is great. Are you using CashOS? Cashy's Arch? I know. CashOS is Arch, by the way. Cute only. Thank you for the hugs. Oh. I should make a redeem to feed me carrots. Maybe with the new model. I'm sad that these zero width emotes still don't work with the overlay and that the sizes of the emotes are inconsistent. I usually keep the stream on my second monitor, which is vertical. Oh. Wait, what? Do you watch streams with a vertical monitor? That's weird. Yo, what's up? Are you underwater right now? Anyway, Clips Hour. I guess I am. But not really. But there's water outside. 160p arrive. Alien beat me to it. Yeah. Use CashOS, by the way. CashOS comes with NVIDIA drivers pre-configured and Steam configured with Proton really well, with gaming packages bundled. Really? I thought Cashy was like just a more user-friendly Arch distribution. I didn't think it came pre-configured. That's kind of nice though. She's underwater, please help. No. I would say I'm drowning, but I'm not. I can breathe underwater. Wait, do I sound underwater? I hope not. I don't like using more than a monitor because it deviates my attention more than it already does. But you only have one monitor? That's crazy. Vertical monitor so I can fit 2 stream windows in one. It's great for chat. Hey, you say it's great for chat, but you're not a streamer yet. What do you mean you put like 2 streams at the same time and you're multitasking streams? I guess it makes sense, given that you are a mod for another stream that is currently also live. Damn, that looks cool. whatever she's playing. That's how I can open both Twitch and Cake too. So you watch the same stream on 2 platforms? Nice. Yeah, honestly, hopefully when, but if and when the spare parts arrive and I'm actually able to repair the other monitor that broke, I can put you guys on a vertical monitor as well. That would be really cool because currently you're like taking up, what is it? Like 20% of my 1080p monitor. So you only have a very, very small space. So it would be cool to see you on the big screen. I could follow the chat so much more. It would be crazy. I have no idea when the parts arrive though. Like I didn't even get an estimation. Like they didn't say anything. Nothing. There was not a single thing said about how long it will take. We are fed, is that what you're saying? No. I'm saying you're hard to see because you're so small. You're even smaller than me. Making the monitor on vertical was really great. I might struggle putting OBS there, but manageable. That's why I got a third one. Because OBS can sit there without issues. Exactly. I'm gonna put OBS on my third monitor and it will be on the left. I think. Although I'm looking at myself a lot. When I look at chat as well. Because you're right next to me, basically. So I don't know. I kinda like having OBS next to chat, like a preview window. I wonder how it would feel if it's on the left. I wouldn't see myself. I couldn't... I couldn't adore my own cute self anymore. Without turning my eyes away from chat. Although, since it's a 1080p monitor, if I was to have OBS and chat on a 1440p monitor, I could probably make you guys bigger while still having OBS on the same monitor. I don't know, it's definitely gonna be a lot better. It's gonna be very nice to have another monitor to work with because I have so many things open. Yeah. Hey, why is it so weird? Yeah. I think I changed something on the size of the to-do list. Yeah, see, there's so much stuff in the taskbar, as you can see. So many things. I guess I don't really need Discord. I don't really have to have another browser. Well, I guess I could have the stream managers of all the different platforms on the other monitor as well. I occupy 50% of your mind. You have just what's comfortable and if anything can pop out. Oh, if anything can use pop-out dock windows anyway. Oh, I never thought about it. I guess you can. The thing that annoys me a little bit about OBS, it doesn't really save my configuration well. I always have to organize it a little bit. Does it actually, if you have pop-out windows, like if you make everything a pop-out window and align it separately, will it actually save the configuration if you close OBS? Put the screenshot on Discord. Wait, what? I don't see it. Wait, which Discord? Oh, yeah, in general. Never mind. Oh. Wait, why do you have OBS open in the first place? Are you recording? And why do you have a scene blue screen of death? Am I reading it correctly? Do you have an extra scene for blue screen? Interesting. Oh, there's some leaks I see here. A lot of stuff on your desktop. A terminal that literally just says fish. Very interesting, Alien. Very interesting. I'm surprised you're sharing it publicly. Wait, aren't you actually leaking things? I feel like you are. I spot some interesting images on your desktop there. Leak. It's just so good. You stare too much. It's fine. And very dead. I didn't even see that. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Oh, I freaked up the fat joke by splitting it, didn't I? By splitting it. I wrote a script for someone to imitate Windows 11 B's out with custom QR code generator. Oh. The CashOS terminal is called Fish. Really? Fish is the terminal. Oh. Well, can't use a different operating system then, can I? Fish, gotta use the fish. The only thing that would make it better is if it's written F-E-E-S-H. Fish. Sometimes you need to switch to Bash to struggle with... It struggles with SH variables, really. Maybe you can erase the image from Discord, but not from my PC, girl. Don't say that out loud, though. Because you know. You know, terms of service and stuff. I wonder why Fish would struggle with keeping up with the standard and Bash stuff. That is a good question. I have no idea. That's okay. There's not much leaked there. Just some project names. Main thing I'm working on. Yeah, I saw an image of that something that you didn't want to share. I think. That's fine, no, that's fine. Only Flushy knows. Because Flushy is cheating. Working on a face right now. Was checking with ChatGPT if my topology is good. I see. Very curious, very interesting. Alright. Yeah. I think we're going to start soon. The activity feed doesn't recover at all, by the way. Like, even when I close it and reopen it, like, it does nothing. I would have to probably relog. So maybe at some point it will recover. Let's just leave it like that. I don't think I will find a solution without actually restarting the stream, and I don't want to do that. I guess I would. Well, no, not really. Even if we switch over to the game section later, probably still not gonna restart the entire stream, so it's fine. We can do it without the activity feed. Alright. The image I have is in lower quality, so I actually don't know. Oh. Yeah, whatever. Let me take a quick break. Go to the bathroom, fill up my water, stretch a little bit. And then we will start actually developing. Be right back, chat. Stay tuned. Oh, that's the wrong message. 1 second. No, I'm not going to dinner. Not yet. I really should have like a different source for these messages, otherwise I have to copy them over every time. Right. Actually... Wait, is that the correct one? Yes. Alright, chat, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Meow. Okay, let's get into it. Hello Dave, hello Feld. Let's get started. So, last time... Let me get back to my camera. Last time... we didn't do much. We kind of prepared a little bit for the new boss phase for the Meganon. I think we only refactored some of the old code to think about how the phase transition works. We implemented different functions for the different phases instead of having a match switch case function thing. And then made some conditions on the phase transitions. And I think since we are using create timers on everything, and I think it is the same for all of the phases, we could just put -3 minutes on that for testing. Let's say we go to whatever. And then this should make it so that after a short amount of time the boss spawns, which I think the boss is spawning early already, or didn't we have some kind of testing set up somewhere as well? What is that? Oh, that is meant for testing, it's commented all the time. Ooh, that's fine to remove that. Clean up a little bit. What is that? It's also commented out. And then perfect. Oh, let's see. Actually, I think the first one still takes a while to spawn. Because he reverted the testing thing on the first phase, right? So we would have to change this one. I still don't know why that is -2 seconds. Was there a point to do that? Or is it an oversight? I wonder when we introduced it. Can I check the history on that? I probably can, but not in here. If I really should, like I said this a lot of times already, but I should switch to VS Code and have the code on the external VS Code, then I could always check like line by line history and stuff. But already back, it just said to be gone until 8 PM. God damn it, kids are. I immediately said that it's the wrong message. Yes, I only took a quick break. I changed it, see? Be right back. It says. Yeah, I was just taking a quick bathroom break. I'm not gonna be away for 2.5 hours midstream. That would be insane. No, dinner break will be later today. I'm kinda scared to change it, generally speaking. So let's just put another testing. Revert to -2. And then eventually I will check if there was... I guess I could just do this. But don't forget. But eventually, I will probably check the history. I didn't hear that. That's fine. My bad, my bad. Okay, immediately starts the phase, which is good. And then we should do a swim animation thing, do a couple attacks, and then we should transition to the next phase. And in the final phase, we should go infinite if everything is working. It feels so much better already, like hitting the weak spot. Feels so much better with the new animation thing, the new hitboxes, because you can actually see what's happening. Because with the thing we had in the past, you were barely able to hit the weak spot before he went out of the frame. Like, it was still fairly easy to hit it, but he's always like already outside the frame mostly. Now I feel like the effects are easier to see. Ow. So it should be 1 or 2 minutes until he starts the next phase. We could probably start it immediately for testing. But you know, I never do that. Would save a lot of time. But it's also fun to just play around a little bit. Oops. Showcase the game a bit. I thought, like, wait, you just started, now are you already going for 2.5 hours? Doodle. That would be crazy. Ow. Is he actually gonna transition or not? Also, I haven't seen any treasure chests yet, or rhythm games. Oh, there he goes. Oops. What? How did it pop? Was it a bug, or did it actually run out the exact moment that I pressed it? Or was that decoy that went out? No, there's no way. Alright. That one ran out. It's kinda hard to maintain the Wait, do I have some kind of negative combo timer buff thing, debuff? We might. Also, why is my max health now 18? Oh yeah, right. Challenges. Everything seems to be working. They were so close. Jesus. Wait, does it even matter? It doesn't, because we used it to encounter. I thought that the decoy ran out, and I might have missed the combo that because of that, but even less combo timer, I should not take that. Yeah, it's already way too hard to maintain. Do we actually have a combo timer modifier? Yes. That is insane that like one negative combo timer thing already makes me like screw up the combos a lot. Okay, I think the next phase is already the final one. I think. I said earlier that treasure chest that it should go infinitely, but I think that's no longer the case because I'm pretty sure we already fixed that last time. Oh, it does the spin still. It's kind of nice. That looked impressive. So this is now the final phase. So this should technically go on for a lot longer than the other ones, because you are supposed to trigger the actual final phase by hitting his tail. So if I don't hit his tail, this should go on for a long time. Until the music stops, which is currently not running anyway. Or it's muted, I should say. Ow. Wait, why did I only take 1 damage? Did I actually... Did I actually reduce his damage so much that he does 1 damage? There's no way. How would I even do that? There's no way we got enough to do that. There must be a bug. We have a boss damage multiplier of 30%. How is he only doing 1 damage? Oh no. Well, found another bug. More time for me to stall. Alright, the logic is working though on the phase transition thing. So now the health is showing, which is exactly what is supposed to happen. What is that? Remove that. Okay, so damage, huh? No, it's player. Yeah, player take damage. On hurt box area into just damage. Wait, where are we calculating the damage? Wait, are we doing it in the gameplay? Did we? Where is it implemented? Oh, it's in a new one. Like a 4. Yeah, help box. No, yes. Help box area entered. Modified damage. Modified damage equals damage, and then modifiers, challenge modifiers from the gameplay. And if modifier is boss damage modifier, multiply the modified damage with 1 plus the damage modifier value. And if that is minus 0.3, it would be 1 plus minus 1 minus 0.3, which would be 0.7. And then we make it an integer, which is 0. And then it gets clamped to 1, a classic. Another bug to document. Boss feels 1 damage when he buffed. So we have to make it an integer afterwards. After multiplying it. So this should be equals and then multiplied inside. And then that should fix it. Let's do a quick test again. Need to find some sort of challenge that reduces the damage of the boss. Now, so now he's dealing 50, obviously. His base damage. Ow. Oops. What am I doing? Now I can't submit. God damn it. Did he just take damage twice? What just happened? It looked so weird. Okay, now we should get a challenge. Once the phase is over. I wonder why it takes so long for the challenge to appear. Is it because the boss spawns and pauses the timer? And resumes after. Can I ask why you changed the model? Is it a new look because of the birthday stream? I'm not so familiar with the lore. I just know you're a pufferfish. What do you mean by changed the model? I changed the model long before the birthday stream. The model changed a while ago. Because I wanted to have better rigging and I wanted to have some kind of cute chibi version. I actually didn't think that I would... Why did I decide to make a chibi in the first place? I don't remember. I probably just played around and thought that one looks cute. And I wanted something more explicit because the old model wasn't rigged very well. So now it is a lot more expressive than the old one. But maybe get new models as well. I'm already working on another one. But no, it was not related to the birthday stream at all. The new model was way before that. It is a lot more expressive and cute, to be honest. Thank you. What am I currently looking at? Alright, I wanted to test a negative damage multiplier on the boss, which probably will take some time to get. Boss damage minus... Never mind, that is exactly what I need. I remember when we argued about the better cursor. Which one? What do you mean by that? Is still using the same poses than for the first model? Yes. More or less. But technically it is the same, yes. I'm using... Wait, can you see that? Is it just me, or is the right challenge way more neon green than the other ones? That is so weird. These are way more vibrant than these. How is it even possible? It's the same asset. Yeah, I'm using Flux tool to make like edits for image editing, which wasn't really possible when I made the first model. But essentially, it is the same workflow. Although it got a lot more easy to handle overall with running Flux tool locally and with Nano Banana Pro and stuff as well. It was the argument. What was the argument? You mean like arguing about which cursors, but why is this swarm challenge so much more vibrant? I mean in general, you remember when we argued about which cursor to use in general? I do remember that too. Why is it already defined the stage? What is happening? There was 45 damage. Modifiers -10, so that should be correct. I have a calculation sheet somewhere about that. Yeah, I remember that too. Let's say Higgs non-link issue. Higgs was doing 1 damage when he left. Plus comment hang up failed to lose. In the empty default cursor 1. Yeah, 2, I think so. It's just so much more consistent in terms of the multiplayer and stuff, but I do like the ice cursor a lot. The new update will definitely change things around. That's for sure. With all of the seed and challenge buffs that you can get. I'm so curious if the twin cursor will actually go insane. Since you can boost the base. But there's still a hard limit on your multiplier though. I guess you would have to think about that as well. It's probably still gonna be the default cursor because it has so much higher base score. And you already, like, you can get higher multipliers too. And the combo is easier to maintain. Since you can get the timer up. It is kind of weird. There's too much overlap between the different mechanics. So I feel like the cursors are gonna meld together a little bit. Like the only cursor that is unique in its functionality is the shield cursor. That one doesn't really do anything at the moment. I wonder what would be a strat to change that. I guess players have to think about that, not me. I can do like a little bit of balancing and give it a little bit more utility so that the shield like protects you from damage in general. But yeah, you guys have to, in the next cycle, figure out what you want to change. Also, 1 second. Sorry, I had to clean my nose and grab a little snack. Okay. So, new stuff. So we have this new function here. That initiates the panel phase on the stagger at the very end. And now we need to figure out what we want to do with this. I guess last time I talked a little bit about it, that I don't really want to have a separate scene. It would make it a lot easier to have a separate scene to drastically change the gameplay. But at the same time, it would probably also make things a lot harder because all of the relevant data is on the actual gameplay scene. I guess you could load the scene into the gameplay scene, like we do with the rhythm game, in a way. That might be a good idea. But I still don't know what to do. I still don't know what we want to do. I don't know what exactly to do here. Because it's such an open submission. I guess one of the things that we definitely have to do is put Meganon on the right side and make him move up and down. Something like that. Would you say you enjoy more the quiet chat and the niche? Or have you ever wanted to be like bigger? I would love to be bigger. I definitely like the chat interaction currently. I don't think it's gonna change much though from getting bigger. Cause even larger streamers, larger VTubers that have like 1,000 people watching, usually the chat is quite calm. Or at least if you get into like multiple hundreds, the chat is quite calm still. Like whenever the chat moves fast, it's usually some kind of emote spam, like dancing and stuff, some cute emotes and vibing with the streamer. But the general chat interaction, I don't think is that much different. Most people are lurkers, I would say. Unless it's me there. Nothing can be calm when you're here. That's not true. Let's go! Emote spam! Ayo! Yeah, stuff like that, I guess. I mean, I guess I just want enough. I just want enough attention to be able to do this without worrying about paying my bills. I don't need to have multiple thousands of people watching. Only because I gotta work and I get sleepy. I'm not sure about that either. But I guess you know yourself better. But I don't feel like you've been spamming or anything. Yes. Yup. Mm, Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to know what it would feel like to stream with the chat moving really fast because I've not been there. So that is kind of an impossible question to answer. Just because internally my brain goes blurred. maybe. Your fingers can't even keep up with the speed of your brain to spam me. So what's the plan? I don't know. I keep stalling. Like I've been stalling on this for the last 3 streams basically. Although we did have other things to do like fixing bugs and stuff. But you know, I want to spam you cute things. Like what? Makes sense, but it's not scary to have. Is it not scary to have a lot of people watching? I got rated once and there was like 133 people and I was so scared. I guess it is a little bit scary, but did we ever have a raid like that? I don't think so. I think the highest raid we had was like 30 people, I think. So I wouldn't know. But I guess it is kind of a little bit nerve-wracking. But at the end of the day, I'm just doing what I'm doing. Doesn't really matter how many people are watching. Like, I've been doing this for 0 people as well, so... But yeah, I do get that. It is nerve-wracking to have a lot of people there. Because you're kind of worried that they might get a bad first impression and then they are gonna leave and not come back and stuff like that. But ultimately, doesn't really matter. Like, that is usually how raids go. They just come in here. People come in here, they actually just want to watch their own streamer and thought, like, sucked into the raid, and then they probably leave even if they like you. Because they already have someone that they want to watch and they have other stuff to do. And already are in a routine of watching the other streamer. But yeah. I think raids are still cool. Especially as a streamer. Like, raiding other people is so much fun. You find so many cool people by raiding others. Thank you for that, pets. No more stalling. But I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do other than stall when I don't know what to do? Someone decide for me. That's the entire point of the project. That I don't have to make these decisions. I guess you could just work on the transition. You write a document. What's the point of writing a document? I don't know what I want to do. Like, I would write a document if I want to know what to do. Then I write down what I want to do. And then I implement it. But I don't know. Whoa, I don't know. I have to make a decision. I don't want to make a decision, no. And you write, you follow a thought process. Yeah, I've already written down a couple ideas. Still have to make the decision on what to actually implement. Maybe I should take some time off stream to think about these things. Because I can't really get a lot of coherent thoughts while streaming. Yeah, I probably should take some time tomorrow to actually think about what I want this to look like specifically. If you do it bullet hellish, I would rather have the boss be smaller. Hello with Brox, thank you for the 30 stream streak. Hello, hello. Hmm. I mean, the size of the boss is not really the issue. It's more like how. I don't know, man. I don't know. Did you post this music on Discord? I can't find it. Probably not. I think I only posted 2 songs. One of them is one of them. I currently have only 3 songs in this playlist. 4 songs. And only one of them is on Discord. Yeah, because I don't know, it's kind of weird. Because they don't have titles. If I make like a huge playlist that lasts for like an hour, I probably would upload it to YouTube. But since they're not really polished and have weird audio volume inconsistencies and stuff like that, I don't know if I want to do that. I could also upload all of them as separate videos and give them all a name or something so people can actually listen to it back. But then they can just watch the stream to listen to the music. It's fine. You could put my Be Right Back screen on loop from yesterday's stream if you want to listen to the music. Come on. Yeah, I have to keep you hooked on my content, right? Don't be like that. Hallo, guten Tag, Kohari. You look cute as always. Thank you, Tetsuya. Hello, hello. Okay, let's just play around with it. Meganom. Can I just drag him in here? There's not really, like, there's not even that little space when you think about it. Can I actually put the player? It probably would just be a cursor image, right? Yeah. So the boss would be on the right side. Can you? Yes. And then you would just... Oops. Probably just swim up and down, right? And then do attacks. And as a player, you have to... Maybe it would be better to just make Cuphead style shooting. So you can just go up and down with the player and shoot at him. But it's so weird to swim through and attack him. I feel like for like this kind of gameplay it would be quite difficult unless we make the player a lot smaller. Like we could make both smaller. But then I don't know, it might be too maybe too hard to see things when you're smaller, but then you would have a lot of space to like do bullet hell stuff. I don't watch the stream because of the music, I watch because of you. I like listening to this music at work. You could listen to my stream at work. Also, I feel like there's a lot more music that you could listen to. Like there's so much lo-fi stuff already. Why does it have to be my AI music? I mean, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you like it. But I'm surprised. Because Game Jobs, what we had in the past, is doing a lot of good lo-fi music as well. But it's fine, don't worry about it. I will make, eventually, I will make more music and then put it all in a playlist on YouTube. So what would it look like if the player was smaller? Should we just test it? Or if we have some kind of force pushing against the player, what it would feel like to move to the right of the screen against a different force. Because currently we're so fast, going from the left to the right. One could say too fast. Should it be... We could make a current. Like, so the boss basically creates a current against the player, which makes him go slow to the right. So you have to fight against the current. How would I do that? Let's check the player movement logic. Currently, the player movement logic, just the input direction. Yeah, move towards target point. What is it? To target point by delta. Distance to target point times speed times delta. What if... What if we reduce the speed only on the right facing direction? How would we do that? I guess you would multiply... That is a vector 3, isn't it? Vector 2. Oh yeah, vector 2. So we would multiply or divide the x of that. What does distance to return be float? And move to what takes the 2 vector and the delta. will not go past the final value pushed by fixed delta amount. That is so weird. Because the distance to only is the length of the vector, we can't really reduce it by its x value. Because it doesn't return an actual vector. No offense, but I have a question. Do you also drink heavily like other Deutsch people? Actually, no, I don't drink at all. But that is, I'm kind of an outlier in that way. Although I guess it makes sense because I'm not human. But yeah, I know a lot of German people, they usually do drink occasionally. And some of them heavily. But yeah, I'm not really the type of person that drinks a lot. I don't drink at all, actually. I guess there's some occasions where I would probably take like a shot at someone's birthday or something. But usually I don't. Right, so you would have to reduce the vector between position and the target only in the x value. And it has to be how would it work? Let's say the x value of the target vector or the distance vector is 2. If it's on the right, and if it's on the left, it's -2. So if we just divide it, it would reduce both speeds to the right and the left. If we add something, I guess it would just add something. It's probably easier than I think. Because I was worried about if we subtract the x value, I thought it would cause issues if it goes beyond the actual position. But that would just mean that we get pushed to the left, which is kind of the point. So probably could just do minus vector 2. And let's say we make a new vector current boss current, or let's say turbulence. And that is going to be a vector 2. And that will be column equals and then vector 2 minus beep boop 1 0. Beep boop. Thank you for the follow. I don't know who because I have to check in the other activity feed. Thank you, ISO Falcon, for the follow on Twitch. Welcome. My OBS activity feed is broken, so I had to check somewhere else, but I found it. People, I think you're my first Deutsch VTuber that doesn't drink heavily. Really? I'm gonna be gone. I go eat dinner, not for 3 hours. Have a good dinner, Eclipse. Maybe by the time you're back, I'm gonna be eating dinner. But I also won't be away for 3 hours. Alright. So we just have a turbulence vector, and then we take that and subtract it from the target. minus turbulence. Alright. I don't know if I'm gonna feel that. If it's that low of a value. Let's put it to 100 just to see what happens. Or also it's not minus, it's positive. What are you having for dinner? Well, but now I don't have anything. I'm probably gonna make some sandwiches later. So nothing too special. That is so weird. It's so fast to the left now. I guess it is what I wanted. But going diagonally, for some reason, doesn't actually impact it. Why is that? That shouldn't be the case. Fine. We shouldn't be able to move to the right at all. It shouldn't depend on that diagonal. Are we actually faster diagonally without the turbulence? I guess it would be. It doesn't really feel that way though. Oh. If dashing, arrows, trail particles, target point. Target point, goal position, move towards position, input direction. Wait, is that... Oh, I think we have to put the turbulence on the target point up there, not on the actual player position. Because that one is the driving factor, mostly. Input direction times target, I mean. Yeah, let's try to put that here. Minus... Wait, no. Position plus input. What's based on the air? Target point, global position, moved toward. I guess you subtract it from the entire thing. I guess. Maybe. Yes. And now we adjusted to like 10. Yeah, now we're getting pushed. Slowly. Okay, that is pretty much the exact effect I wanted. Now if we put it higher... I think that even though we didn't even write that down, I feel like that is probably the best idea for how the boss fight should function. That you just get pushed to the left. Net to fight the current. And then every time you hit him, the current gets stronger. But now we kind of have to make sure that the player doesn't actually turn around and drifting. Which is gonna be weird. I don't think we can. Also, the dash is kind of ignoring it too. Right, dashing gets the same modification, I think. Let's run in it. That does work. It actually doesn't feel that bad at all. I'm surprised. Okay, and then probably even stronger, maybe even stronger. Let's try 70, and then after that we make it a variable. Claudia, I want to know your thoughts on which programming language is easier to learn and the most hard to learn. I haven't really learned that many programming languages. I guess I did learn quite a bit. Of the ones that I know, I would say Python is the easiest to get into. And C++ probably the hardest. Of the ones that I know. And my favorites... also Python, C#. Python and C# would be my favorites. Thank you for that, Beds. I like C++. It is hard though. Well, I guess there's other ones still. Like shader language. What's it called? HSL or something? I say that's probably harder than C++. I would not say hard. But it's definitely harder than other languages. With like all the memory management and pointers. But the question was hard to learn. Like it's... In my opinion, it's definitely hard to learn. And wrap your head around how pointers work. Compared to having a garbage collected language where you don't have to worry about memory management at all. Should we just make it like extreme? Just put it to 90? and make the player barely move to the right. Didn't mention what you like, but I guess it's good to know in the plus. I didn't mention what you liked? What do you mean by that? Oh, you mean the question you didn't ask? Didn't ask about my preferences, just what's hard and easy. Yeah. But C++ has some nice tools to help out with it. Didn't expect for you to like C#, quite surprising. Really? Why not? I feel like it's... I don't know what it is. It's probably because I used it a lot in Unity. Okay, that is a little bit too extreme, I think. Like, you can't even go forward if you're going diagonal. The dash is kind of making it a lot easier though. So I guess if there will be obstacles during the fight, it's gonna be different as well. It feels so weird. You're still quite fast reaching the other side. Okay. So the turbulence obviously is not gonna be in the old version, so let's remove that here. So on the new player, it's gonna be... we have to refactor a little bit. What is this? If not dashing, dashing true, hitbox monitoring, total dash, get timer, target point, global position equals position, plus position direction target point, plus times dash multiplier. What is that? If not dashing. Huh? Oh, is that the slowdown? Like the equalizer on the movement, probably. So the target point is drifting towards the player position. Why multiplied by dash multiplier? Whatever, there at some point this made sense. And let's not touch that at all. Let's make a new function. Get target. What would we call it? I don't really encounter people using it or trying to learn it. I guess C# is mostly some game engines and maybe on mobile. Is it Android? Development done with C#. I feel like I remember something like that. But yeah, not many people. I guess I would agree that C# is not used a lot. But I just use it a lot in Unity. And I think it's very nice. I haven't tried C++, I didn't know that it's hard and mostly on Java or JavaScript. I'm mostly on Java or JavaScript, yeah. As Java and JavaScript are the most relevant in general. I don't like them at all though. Both Java and JavaScript are kinda annoying. C++ and Python are too old. Syntax is very messy. Only reason they are still around is because they are hard to replace. Like Python is messy? What do you mean? What is messy about Python? We need a C+++. Isn't it just Rust? They are indeed old, but they are still being updated. Are they? Android is mostly Java, Kotlin. Oh yeah, true. I would say C and Python CPP in the new standard is kinda nice. Rust is the way. I don't like JavaScript either. I don't think anyone likes JavaScript. Maybe, like there's probably an argument could make that JavaScript is nice for front-end development, like actual in a framework. Like if you're actually using a proper framework, then JavaScript can be nice. But at that point, you're probably using TypeScript, and that's a different story again. But I would say that I did enjoy using JavaScript in front-end frameworks like Svelte. Python is beautiful, plus C integration is great. Wait, C integration into Python? What do you mean by that? Rust is safe for CPP. Exactly. So C++ is basically just Rust. So the C++, if there was a C++, it would probably be Rust. Although I've never used Rust, so maybe it's completely different. Who knows? Python with fast API is really good for API backend. Yeah, use that too. That's fun. Learning a lot more about Kohari is always a nice thing. Yeah, oh god, I can't talk. What is happening? The dev streams are great for getting to know me because I'm stalling so much. Basically just chatting. The only reason I used JavaScript is for web. Python frontend is way behind and only experimental. Yeah. Although it's not really experimental. There's a lot of people that use Python for frontend now. Like there's entire frameworks around it. Isn't Ruby on Rails a framework for Python? Wait, is Ruby a different language? I don't know. I think Flask? Flask was the one, right? Flask? Flask? Is it Flask? Django? You can use C classes easily in Python or write extensions in C for Python that's on NumPy, and most machine learning does it. Really? Didn't know that. Ruby is its own thing like Perl. Damn, yeah, you're right. I think Ruby and Perl might be the first languages I've ever seen. I think we had some weird thing in school where we actually used Ruby in with an extra abstraction and Perl. I feel like I've used both those languages, but I don't remember anything. Flask and Django, but that's backend and REST API. REST API. But there is a front-end framework for Python, no? I thought there was. Maybe not. PHP was my first, then C#, then Python, and a tiny bit of C. Damn, I don't think I ever touched PHP. But I heard horror stories about it. I feel like PHP might be one of the most unpopular things that exist in programming in general. Saying Rust is memory safe while it has an unsafe block where you can bean the frick out of it is real. Wait, who said Rust is memory safe? I think we just said that Rust is safer than C++. Which it probably is. Because C++ you can just do anything. TypeScript, but that's either using JS in the background or server-side frontend with WebAssembly. You didn't remember a single thing about those two. I was gonna ask about them. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know nothing. I know nothing about Ruby, and I know nothing about Perl. They are distant memories from thousands of years ago that I may or may not have done something with. Everyone hates PHP, but it's one of the most used backend languages. PHP framework like Symfony and Laravel. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I've heard of that framework too. Back to the kitchen cooking food. I'm getting angry too. Uni professors like to trash PHP very much, really. Probably because they have PTSD from learning it when it was the prominent thing. I think the only reason so many people move to C and C++ to Rust is Carbo. I hate using Xmake, Conan, and all those PS build systems. I thought people moved to Rust. But are people really moving from C and C++ to Rust? I feel like they don't. I feel like people are moving from other backend languages to Rust because they want to have something performant like C++ without actually using C++. I think people that are, well, like people that already use C++ have no reason to go to Rust. Right? That case, it has nothing to do with the language itself. Cargo is amazing. I don't like Cargo, it forces a project structure on you. I have not used any of those things, so I can't really say anything about them. But it's interesting to see your guys' opinion on it. off topic, but I want to know if you can speak Français. Je ne sais pas. Je m'appelle Onizumi Kohari. I also get nervous when I can't put stuff how I want. Wait, what does Carbo do? Like, how does it force anything? Do you have to have like a weird project structure? I feel like a lot of frameworks do that though, right? Like a lot of front-end frameworks especially. You have to put some effort into the project structure. I guess you can change it. How restrictive is it? Etu or mignon lizard? No. Oh god, I don't. Je ne suis pas un lizard. I have no idea. I don't speak French. I had French in school for years, and I don't remember anything other than je ne sais pas. French stream. Use CMake for a while. Pretty much everyone hates C, C++ build systems. Why do people throw C and C++ into the same thing all the time? What even is C? Do you like basic C? Visual C? Visual C basic? Aren't they just different things? I learned programming on C++ and that's what made me leave it. We did have C++ in uni too. I guess I didn't mind it that much. But we didn't get that deep into it either. I feel like it gets just really annoying with memory management and pointers when you actually make a project with it. But doing like snippets for game development, for example, like in Unreal Engine, it's probably not that bad. Un poisson mignon is more accurate. Wait, is that actually the word for pufferfish? How do I find weird images? Wait, is that a pufferfish baby? No poisson is fish. Oh, no fish. Oh? C and C++ is basically the same with plus plus being extra features from what I understand. I've used CMake many times and there were no issues. Ruby on Rails is the glue of the internet, or was. I think, yeah, a lot of people still use Ruby on Rails. Like, there's a lot of stuff that runs that framework. Plus is basically object-oriented programming. Wait, so C doesn't, like, actual regular C doesn't have object-oriented programming? Is that what you're saying? Pufferfish equals poisson globe. And C# is the abstraction of C++. Speaking of pufferfish, I have 4 of them as a pet. They're freshwater puffers. Oh, really? Well. Thank you for your service. Damn, that's crazy. Like actual pufferfish as pets. I have never heard of anyone keeping pufferfish as pets. I didn't even know you could. The sharp is completely different from C++. Yeah, I think so too. Just shares part of the name and the syntax. I guess it does. Yeah. Like public, private, main. That type of stuff. C C++ default by 1. Default by 1. Then you have F sharp. And you have owl? I didn't get that one. They're spotted freshwater puffers. Spotted freshwater puffers. Oh, cute. They're so cute. But these are not spiny, right? They don't have spikes. They're just cute and can blow up. Can they even inflate? They probably can. Otherwise they wouldn't really be pufferfish. Because I only find images of non-inflated ones. They are very cute though. They do not have spikes, but they can puff up. I see. Will I be able to puff up as well on the new model? I might. I probably will, because I actually kinda added something already that is probably gonna make it a lot easier to actually make a puff up animation. I haven't been working on a new model in 2 days. I'm kinda sad. I hope I can work on it tomorrow more. Increment C by 1, but gives... Oh, yeah, gives C plus C. That's what you want. Right, there was something... Oh, God. Why is that a thing, by the way? That is so weird, too. Like the plus and the plus before and after, like incrementing before and incrementing after. Like, who came up with that? I ruined it, sorry. It's fine. I get it though, it's a good reference. R is for static and map, some database. Oh, right! Oh, I actually used that in uni a lot. And I use matplotlib as well. Is that using R2? I think so, right? Yeah, I don't remember much about that, but I do remember that we used it. And I don't think it was pleasant. Other species of puffer are okay to own as pets, but it depends on where you live in the type of species. I see. Which one was the glue of the internet? It was Perl, wasn't it? Or Ruby? I don't know. Memory failure. I know that there's like Cobalt was the thing that keeps together all finance. Like the entire banking system is basically built on Cobalt, which is why if you actually know Cobalt, you can make insane amounts of money. You would get paid very well, but it's also a nightmare to use. Pretty much every time I use a project, especially from Chronos and some Vulkan examples, 80% of the code fails. I have to spend hours fixing it. Or you mean like the CMake stuff? Yeah, I don't know. Isn't it just a compiler thing? The CMake? You're just compiling, right? Let's not forget Objective-C. Apple. I don't think I've seen anything about Objective-C. I have heard about it. There's so many languages that I'd never touched at all. And most of the ones that I did use, I don't remember. The whole financial system is based on Excel spreadsheets. I'm not sure about that, but I guess so, kind of. I had to learn a little bit of for Apple script, highly underrated in power, but ugly. Apple script. I love Apple script. Apple script, I have never heard of that actually. Like most of the things that people mentioned today, I actually heard, but Apple script, I have never heard. Scripting language built directly into the macOS operating system. Is it just JavaScript? But for Apple? OSA script? Lets you control apps on Mac. Anyways, good class, good luck. Thank you, Zarin. Have fun in class. See you later, maybe. It's automation. Oh. So what, like a task scheduler or something? Or some kind of API that lets you specifically control Apple applications? Like cron drops and stuff like that. Apple script, is it edible? Does not sound very tasty. If it is, you can control your OS with it, volume, screen, control, Excel, Outlook, numbers, anything and everything. I don't really get what that means. That just sounds like a bash script or shell script. Isn't it what what bash and shell does? Just control things with a script. You can take current song from iTunes, put it in Excel, save it, send it over email all in one script. Also, it's like it's a scripting language specifically made for combining everything that you can do on Mac OS. So like an abstraction layer to programmatically use the operating system. So like a scripting language that replaces the terminal. Kind of, but AppleScript takes it to the next level. Not entirely. But you can do everything on the terminal, right? So it's just an abstraction layer above the terminal, right? Not to that extent. Oh yeah, you mean like it doesn't cover everything that the terminal can do. It's just specifically for like the end user, not actually for programmers in that way, but more like, yeah, automation stuff. Imagine controlling Godot from script. How? Most Apple apps have an OSA layer in them, letting you control the app. I feel like that is not really a concept that exists on Windows, is it? I'm trying to like think about it in a way that exists on other operating systems, but I guess it doesn't. It's a Mac OS thing and it's amazing. Yawning fish. I feel enough with it. I automated none of my work. We use Macs at work. I see. Wait, is it like N8N? Like the new AI stuff? Or like the new things that people are currently using, that the AI bros are using? Like N8N. Sounds a little bit like it. Although N8N is not really a scripting language, is it? But like in principle. But I guess you're not controlling apps specifically with that either. Imagine grabbing some value from Excel, open Photoshop, execute a bunch of things there, save it, put that in an email and send it with one click of a button. I guess it is like an then. A little bit. I really know how Haskell and Lisp. Have you ever heard of them? Yes. I had one class where we had to use Lisp. Isn't that the language you use in AI stuff? Like not generative AI, but actual machine learning? Is it the one with the many brackets? Yes, it is. How the rules machine learning all the way through right now? I think so. I only know that they're functional. Native apps, not API stuff. I see. Back to the kitchen. Am I distracting you from making food? But yeah, list is very interesting. It's like this weird parentheses type language, parentheses based language. How about F sharp and Erlang? Have you heard of them? I have not. But F sharp is actually a language. I think Erlang sounds like something that I might have heard at some point, but I don't think I've ever encountered it. Need some algorithms instead of recipe. No, I see. The good old food algorithm. Oh god, why am I yawning so much? Okay. So we need to put these into a separate function. Like the calculation of the target to be able to override it. So there would be a new function get target Wait, what does it even mean? Position, direction, or is it delta? No, it's the I guess it would be the target get move towards vector. Let's just call it get movement vector. Or get move. Get. I feel like it would be targeted. That's kind of weird. It would be the target. But it's a dumb name. You might be getting tired. Not, yeah, I guess so, but not really. It's more like I'm stalling too much. So my brain tries to shut off. How fast can you make your food? I can do it in pretty damn quick. Good old new notation of pretty damn quick. Maybe hydrate first before continuing. I just did. Thank you. Let's say get. So the target point is moving towards the. How would you even call it? Like the global target position is moving towards the player based on the input direction in the target's radius. So it's player, it's like get interpolated player position? Question mark? Get target interpolated, and it's gonna be if dashing else maybe this one goes here. Then we map these values. I have to press them all. And then return an vector. Then we see override, we would have to pass on the turbulence as well. It's kind of weird. I guess you don't really have to do return. Probably have to change it at some point, but probably should do the trick. Right, input direction. I just call it direction. That is not a reserve name, is it? No. Okay, and then this one is gonna be get. That is so weird. They could just introduce a vector in the old version. Instead of doing it like those. Also, I probably want to rename it to get interpolated target. It's the player position or it's the current position plus direction times radius. So it would actually be limited instead of interpolated, so get a limited target. Or move towards more. You could call it what does it actually do? Damn, naming things is so hard. It basically multiplies the input by the radius, and the radius kind of determines how fast you move because of the weird movement system we have. So what we could do, we could also call it calculate. Could also say get new target position and then take the entire thing. So instead we would go take the entire thing. Then we do need to pass the delta as well. Let's keep it simple. We can refactor it later. I'm overthinking this. Let's call it get player get player target, whatever. I say whatever, but I can't stop thinking about it. Like it would be the player's limited movement vector, but I feel like it's getting too long. Like the name is getting too long if I'm actually describing it fully. What is the best way to do this? So the only difference between these two calls is the radius and the speed. So it probably should be get target position or update target position. And then this one gets direction, speed, radius. As with direction, radius, speed, and delta. And then we take the entire thing, like the actual entire thing, and update the position directly. And then it's gonna be direction, radius, speed, and delta. And that makes it so much easier because now we can just say if dashing update target position with input direction dash target radius dash target speed and delta. Else update target position with input direction, target speed, and target radius, and delta. Like, did it automatically put like a new line on there? No, it's just an addition. There you go. Alright. That seems like a good idea. And then we override that. Hey, why is there oh, it's below process, so this actually needs to be below. And then it goes here. And then I probably should put a new line on this too. It's kind of confusing that there's no Then we override it with minus turbulence. And then we get raw turbulence. And it's gonna be equal vector to 0. And then we set the turbulence in the boss phase. Are we using settles somewhere in the player? Not really. Or should we do get turbulence? Does the player have the boss as a... Would it be on the gameplay? Should we store it in the gameplay? Because I feel like we shouldn't have it on the player like that. Because we would have to make sure that you reset it appropriately. What would it even be? Let's give it easy. So it would be player. It doesn't have the player, no? Yes. Area, oh no. Oh, it doesn't have the player. So we would put it on the gameplay. The gameplay gets the turbulence. The player has the gameplay mode. Yes. So we apply the turbulence from the gameplay. And then the gameplay gets it here. And the boss has the gameplay as well. So the gameplay turbulence equals minus 75 minus 80. So the boss actually gets a different value, which is gonna be a float, which is nah, it's fine. I don't want to give the boss and the gameplay the turbulence. But it's probably also kind of dumb to use the gameplay just as an intermediary. To set it and then apply it to the player. I don't know. I just put it to do here, think about how to make this better. And leave it as a hard menu for now. That should do the trick because the default is 0. And the boss sets it in the final phase. Let's go straight to the final phase right after that and see if it works. Oh, it's the wrong way around. But it is working. Okay, that's fine. It's a plus turbulence, it's fine. Alright, so that is gonna be refactor. Refactor, target position, update, for new boss phase, web. Two separate functions. Refactor target position update is one. And then phase count gonna be 3. And then we'll put another to do turbulence VFX. And then this is gonna be player will introduce turbulence in final boss phase to slow. Yeah, that's fine. We could even technically make it like shift the direction to make it more interesting. If you wanted to. Alright. Wait, there's a warning. Speed is shadowing. What do you mean? Oh. I guess I call it target speed then. Okay. Refactor, no, fix shadowing of speed variable. Right, chat. That's it for the gaming for the game dev section. We didn't get a lot done, but I feel like introducing the turbulence mechanic makes it a lot easier to nail down what we're going to do with the final boss phase. Because now, since I already know, thank you for that, since I now know how it feels to like swim against the current with the player, I feel like that will work really well and has like a couple options. Like we could make the boss appear on the left and push the player back to the right. We could make the boss appear in the top right corner, make the player push down left. It gives us a lot of options to play around with, which makes it easier to define what's actually what the gameplay is gonna look like. Right, but that has been it for the game dev section. I will be back at 8 PM, which is in 30 minutes. I will grab some lunch or dinner, if you may. And then we play some demos, and this time I try to keep the demos to 1 hour per demo. So we should be able to get like at least 3 games tested. And I will select the games that probably won't hook me for more than an hour. Like some of the games, like usually the more story-driven games like Metroidvanias or platformers have shorter demos. So we will start with those and keep the long roguelites for the weekend, because on the weekend we will do all day demos. Alright, so I say bye YouTube and see you later, and for the rest of you, you can hang out on the Be Right Back screen. See you in 30 minutes. Thank you for being here so far.